Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We asked you tonight on Electrum and on Discord if you wanted us to do a special Sunday night event for the Open. You said yes, you voted. Electrum and Discordians, you voted. So here we are with an XRP War Special. We're going to cover it, not just myself, but Sensei as well. We're all going live tonight to bring you a very important night of broadcasting. Get ready from our very own newsletter. It's going to be a massive evening. The markets open in just 55 minutes from now. That's the futures, and I'll be sharing all of my trades for you on Electrum and on Discord. I'm not going to publicly tell you my exact positions on here. We're doing it all for our members. We don't want to be front run. Big night. I will give you some ideas of what I'm looking at, but now a deep dive in the war, a deep dive what you should be in, and a preparation for XRP in particular. And I will share all my moves for you on Discord and Electrum. If you want the link to become a member, the price never goes up, no inflation. It's the best value membership on YouTube. We provide more all the time and never increase the price. And we also have a Discord. Again, never goes up in price. We've added a new service recently to give you higher levels and more stuff and more benefits, but the price never goes up for the previous levels, and we add more to the previous levels all the time, including no inflation. Let's get straight into tonight's event. This is directly from our newsletter. It's just come out. If you want the newsletter, there is the link for you right there. That is 25% off. If you change the 25% off to Martyn, Martyn, you'll get a free trial. The choice is up to you. And tonight, I'm giving you 90% off my Discord, and I will onboard you tonight. So if you sign up to Discord tonight, I will onboard you. Send me a friend request. You'll be in. Not only do you have the 24-hour trades, you have every trading day, 5 days a week, extra shows, live on-stage events, one-on-one support. It's the only way you can personally contact me. Not email, not Facebook, not texting, not phone calls, just by sending me a private message on Discord. One-on-one service, and we've just added a special chart show. We've added special guests. We've added now a gaming channel. We've also got a casino where you can have a lot of fun and win our Luca coin. That's right, the Luca coin is out. You can have some fun with it, and you can see who gets the most coins. This is just the beginning of the Luca coin. Lots of games. Enjoy all of that. But right now, we're going to go straight into our big story. The domino theory says an oil shock reprises XRP. The chart shows otherwise. Let's get straight into it. Tap the like button and consider subscribing. We're going to be trading hard tonight on Electrum and on Discord. Join and you'll know exactly what's going on. So the US and Israel strike Iran. Joint attacks across 24 provinces killed Iran's supreme leader, triggering widespread Middle East retaliation. Coming up in about 40 minutes, Sensei will be live with the chart, so you can trade all this as well. So get ready for a night of broadcasting. Oil prices surge amid crisis. Brent crude jumped 12% as Iran threatened to block the critical Straits of Hormuz. It's all going on, and I have a slight issue with my screen. Let me just straighten it up. There we go. You couldn't see that, but I could. So XRP breaks key support levels, massive liquidations, and a 40% slide from January. Highs fueled and tokens' worst February performance. Clarity Act now has hit legislative impasses. U.S. stablecoin yield disputes stalled. A critical bill that would codify XRP as a commodity. We're waiting for that. Garlinghouse headlines. Sydney Crypto Summit. Ripple's CEO emphasized incremental industry growth through 1,000 switches at the Australia 2026 conference. War in the Middle East. Let's get straight into it. Tap the like button if you want to support the channel and see more, and consider subscribing as well. There is the subscription. We've just broken broke another record. We are now at, let me just show you, pretty exciting stuff. We've now just passed the 112,000 subscribers and 20, there it is, and 20. We just lost one. Oh dear. Let's see if it goes up by the end of the show. I'll come back to that in a minute. All right. So, war in the Middle East. What is next for us? What you need to know before the futures open tonight. You got 45 minutes. Sensei will be live in a few moments' time, so stand by for the charts. On Saturday, the U.S. and Israel launched joint strikes on Iran across 24 of its 31 provinces. Iran's supreme leader was killed. Iran retaliated with missiles and drones, hitting Israel. U.S. bases in Kuwait and targets across the UAE, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Iraq. 3 U.S. soldiers were killed. Dubai International Airport was damaged. Multiple countries closed airspaces. The conflict is ongoing. The oil crisis. This is what matters for most of your portfolio, because this affects everything. The portfolio is being now driven by oil. Iran's Revolutionary Guard warned all ships no passage through the Strait of Hormuz. No passage. The strait carried 20% of the world's oil. Here's where things stand. Tanker traffic through the strait has effectively halted. Hundreds of tankers are anchored or stationary at both ends. 3 vessels have been struck so far. The oil tanker Skylight is on fire off Oman's coast. Crew evacuated, 4 injured. 2 more ships, the MKD Viam and Sea La Donna, also reported attacks. Maersk, Hapag-Lloyd and CGM have all suspended strait crossings. This will affect your portfolio tonight. Greece and Japan ordered their merchant fleets to avoid the area entirely. CGM is rerouting via the Cape of Good Hope. This puts a lot of time and a lot of cost into your assets. Look at the market starting to move, getting ready now for the open. Be ready. I'll share all my strategy with you on Discord and on Electrum. All of my trades, all through the night, 24 hours a day, one-on-one support. Be there, 90% discount. And just a few bucks on YouTube. Marine insurers are cancelling war risk coverage for the entire Persian Gulf region. Without insurance, ships can sail even if they can't sail, even if they wanted to. Brent crude jumped 10 to 12% to $80 in OTC, trading on Sunday. Goldman Sachs projects 110. JP Morgan sees 120 to 130 if disruptions continue. It's a big night if you are in oil. Remember, we've always told you buy oil at 50, you sell it at 80, 90. Now you get a nice boost tonight. Always a chance to make money in the markets. Never flee the markets. OPEC met on Sunday and agreed to raise output by 260,000 barrels per day from April, but that's less than the 0.2% of global supply. Even Saudi Arabia and UAE will struggle to export while Hormuz is disrupted. Iran's foreign minister says they have no intention of closing Hormuz, but the IRGC is broadcasting the opposite, and ships are already burning. This is no joke. This is very, very serious tonight. Trump recently announced the U.S. has sunk 9 Iranian warships and largely destroyed their naval headquarters. CENTCOM, United States Central Command, confirmed at least 1 corvette sinking. If true, Iran's ability to enforce any Hormuz blockade is rapidly diminishing. The real moves come when futures open tonight. If Hormuz stays shut for weeks, we're looking at $100 plus a barrel and genuine recession risk. This affects everything. That's why I've moved all of my money, apart from $100,000 in crypto, to Google and Nvidia. You've seen me do that. I told you why I would do that ahead of schedule. I also told you 2 hours before it was on the mainstream media, 2 hours before it was confirmed on the mainstream media, I told you from my press White House press room contact live on air so you could all judge me. And please do that right now because we love to get fact checked by people. We aim to be the most honest service in the world. And we are. We are broadcasting while Bloomberg and CNBC are asleep. Put in the chat yes or no. Did I give you the information? Is this true or is this not? Did I tell you 2 hours before mainstream media broke the news about the death of the Ayatollah? I had it directly from a White House press room contact before it was available anywhere. And I mean anywhere. Nobody was made aware of it, but I had it directly from the White House press room contact. If you saw me report that live on my show, unedited, unscripted, live as it happened with the clock on the screen, so you know it's real. Say yes in the chat. If you saw it live and if you know it to be true, say yes in the chat. Now, if you wasn't there and you didn't watch it, don't put no because you wasn't there. That's your fault, not mine. The lack of your preparation does not constitute a panic for me. All right, we were there. So if you were live and you saw my live broadcast and you saw me say about the Ayatollah dying, was killed 2 hours before it was publicly available, as I did. Say yes in the chat. We don't want trolls coming in here discrediting what we do. It's important. We aim to be the best in the world, and we are. We had the best, number 2 bestseller for newsletters, which is what I'm reading from right now. Our very own newsletter, our very own research, which is number 2 bestseller in the world. It's owned and created by Sensei, who talks and has conversations with Michael Burry. Why does expensive oil cause a recession? It's simple. Oil touches everything. When oil price spike, it costs more to ship goods. I can see all of my Discordians and Electrums in the chat confirming I did bring you that information before anybody else in the world. Fact check me. When oil prices spike, it costs more to ship goods, fuel factories and transport people. Companies pass those costs on. Prices rise across the board. That's inflation. Central banks respond by keeping interest rates high or raising them further, which makes borrowing more expensive for businesses and consumers. Spending slows, hiring freezes. Growth stalls. Every major oil shock in modern history, 73, 79, 1990 and 2008 was followed by a recession or severe slowdown. The playbook hasn't changed. Tonight's futures open very shortly. In fact, in 14 minutes time, the futures open. We'll be live. We'll be there. While CNBC sleep and Bloomberg sleep, I will bring you the news directly from the White House press room contact. My CEOs, Robin Hood, I speak to Bank of America. All these people are my friends, and I share it with you live on the show. You know it to be true. Yes, in the chat if you've seen me do this time and time again. Equities expect to gap down 1%. S&P and NASDAQ were already weak last week. Wall Street is in a haven first mode, said Bloomberg. Oil energy, the obvious winner. Energy stocks should surge at the open. Gold already up 22% in 26. Safe haven and buying could just push it higher. Remember, Michael Saylor talks rubbish. He says digital gold, as in Bitcoin, is now a hedge against inflation. It does not perform that way. He also says it's digital gold. No one's buying it in times of fear, are they? Utter nonsense. The man is no more than a salesman. Crypto, Bitcoin dropped 6.4% to 63,500. You all saw me sell at the top. You all saw me say at the top we're going down to $1 for XRP. If you saw me do that live in the show, if you saw me say I'm selling my crypto, it's going down as low as $1. It went to $1.15, remember? Say yes in the chat. If you saw me on Discord and Electrum trim my position and sell all my Bitcoin after I announced the Ayatollah was killed, we had a little rally, about 4 or 5%. I sold it. I took profit. I sold my Bitcoin. I sold some Ethereum. I didn't sell XRP. I'd already traded that at 115 to 140. If you saw that and you know it to be true, say yes in the chat. So the escalation continues. Bitcoin has dropped 6.4% to 63.5 on Saturday, bounced to 68. Sunday on de-escalation hopes. It wasn't a de-escalation hope at all. There was no expectation of de-escalation at all. Those that know it wasn't. It was a simple weak bounce. It was a bull trap. As simple as that. I sold it. You all saw me do it. All the yeses confirm it. XRP fell 9.4% to $1.29 before recovering to $1.40. Over 500 million in liquidations. You may have also remembered we brought you the most comprehensive Bitcoin report ever done, all about Jane Street. Other big YouTubers like Meet Kevin, Graham Stepan with millions of views did not have the context and depth of our report. Nobody does. It was our very own deep research. It took months to compile. If you've not yet seen that, go on the homepage of the channel and find the video. It was out a couple of days ago, and we gave you more information about the manipulation. This is known boom because of recovery. You don't know what you don't know. We gave you all the information. You need to understand not what Meet Kevin says, not what YouTubers say just to get views. I am not a YouTuber. I'm the World Piano Man. I simply broadcast on YouTube TV to help people. My training courses don't cost hundreds and thousands of dollars. I give them you for free. If you regard a couple of bucks a charge, then maybe I do charge you a couple of bucks. I make it the most inexpensive Discord server in the world. There is my Discord, 90% off. Why? Because I want to help people. I don't need to make money from you. I make money investing, and I've had a good life as the World Piano Man. This is my legacy. I want to help you. There is my YouTube membership. It's the most inexpensive YouTube membership on YouTube. It never goes up in price. There is no inflation ever. Let's carry on. If you follow the XRP community, you'll have seen the domino theory doing the rounds again. Utter nonsense. We've got idiots on social media making up stories. Why do they do it? They've never tasted real fame and glory. I know what it really is. I toured the world for 41 years this year. 41 years. I performed in every major capital of the world. I know what real fame is when people get in a car, in a plane, on a bus to travel across the world to see you. YouTube, isn't it? It's an honor to be here. This isn't fame. This is just the way social media shares it. I'm sitting here on my own talking to you, and I value and appreciate I'm talking to one person, not one person alone. Not millions, one person. And these people go on YouTube and on X, they've no idea that there is one person behind that camera. They get famous, they get rich, and they think they know what they're talking about. They don't. The domino theory, utter nonsense. It's doing the rounds again. This idea that oil spike pressures Japan as a major energy importer and forces the Bank of Japan to raise rates, unwind the yen carry trade, and through a chain of events repositions XRP to go to $100, $1,000 is ridiculous. It's stupid people that are greedy and selfish that will charge you thousands of dollars to say, send me your money and I will custodian it for you. I will never message you. I will never friend request you. You follow me, you send me a friend request, and all you pay me is a couple of bucks a month if you want Discord. If you want to watch this show, it's free. You can watch it for free. I reply to every single member. Please be careful. It's utter nonsense. It's people that don't know what they're talking about, think they're famous because they're on YouTube. They are bloody idiots, and it's as simple as that. And then you'll get other people trying to follow those people, trying to get famous off those people. It's utter nonsense. Some of the macro logic here isn't wrong. Oil is spiking. Japan does import nearly all its energy. The carry trade is a genuine systemic risk, and that's what it is. There is some element of truth here, but if you do the research, it's not the case. People just like to take a few bits of facts, put them together, and try to find a narrative to get you to click on their silly YouTube channel and their silly X account. It's why if you follow me on X, and you can follow me on X, I follow nobody. I do not do follow for follow. Never message you. I simply tell you what's going on. It's up to you. I don't care. I'm just here to tell you the truth. The carry trade is genuine, and we saw in August 2024 how quickly it can rattle global markets. I bought it. You may remember when the markets came down through the yen carry trade and also the Liberation Day, when everybody was selling out, all those people telling you you should buy and blah, blah, blah. They were all getting liquidated through margin, leverage. Where were they? Nowhere. Where was I? Buying the dip. That dip made me $50,000 in days. That's how I've gone from $5,000 to where I am today. Their observable risk that most macro analysts have been flagging for months. The problem is the final step. There's always one piece missing. It's too easy just to make up nonsense. The idea that all this somehow reprices XRP to 3 or 4 figures requires institutional adoption and infrastructure. Readiness that doesn't exist. It simply doesn't exist. It does in the mind of these bloody idiots, but they'll say anything they want as long as you click on their silly X account. And then they'll follow you back, and then the moment they follow you back, they'll unfollow you just to try to get you to follow them again. It's ridiculous. I will never follow you. When the strikes hit Saturday, XRP dropped 9.4%. With everything else, it traded like a risk asset. It is a risk asset. I bought it recently, and I told you I would own more XRP than anyone. I went from none to over 100 grand in days. I've been making money from it, trading it. I don't own it. It doesn't care I own it. When I talk to the people at Ripple, they don't even care about the price of XRP. I'm currently trying to be accredited to buy Ripple itself. Not going through the Robinhood nonsense, the 2% management fund, which is utter nonsense. It's there to make them money. I'm telling you the truth. It's how it works. It traded like a risk asset, which is what it is. Not like the backbone of global finance, which it is not. The macro risks are real. The XRP price conclusion attached to them isn't. Stay safe. We're trying to help you. Now we move on to the chart. The chart watch. XRP is closing the week at 135. And this is now officially the lowest weekly close since early November 2024. Where are all those flipping idiots telling you that XRP was going to $100 by the end of the year? They're still there. People still listen. Of course they do. They don't want to hear the facts. They just want to hear someone tell them they're going to get rich in 5 minutes. That's why we're only 100,000, 112,000 subscribers, and they might have millions. However, we have 98% of our live viewers are members. Over 2,700 of you are following me and paid members on Discord. You watch on average 4.5 hours a day. We are growing a monster. This might be a small channel by some and big by others, but we have the most engaged channel on earth. That is official. We will be the first channel in the world to go to 1 billion. I know. I've toured the world as the world piano man. I've sold theaters in every single major capital of the world. I know how to get it done. I never give up. I never stop, and I know how to deliver, and I'm delivering for you every day, directly from the sources. And as you've already shown in the chat, everything I've said is true. It's been backed up by you. I've been fact-checking you. You've been fact-checking me. November 2024. The 3-day chart tells you the story without any ambiguity. We're in a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. We called this bear market months ago. Yes, we did. We told you when nobody else wanted to listen. We told you. I did it with my real money. What you're looking at on the screen is my real money. I will share with you my bank account. I tell you what I earn every month. 10 grand I earn on YouTube. Less my taxes, less my bills. You know what I earn. You know what I'm doing. I share everything with you. We called it. We showed it with our real money. We called this bear market months ago when it wasn't the popular take. We don't care what's popular. We care what's the truth. And the chart continues to confirm it. Nothing has changed structurally. The descending parallel channel from July 2025 highs near $3.80 remain the dominant feature on this time frame. Price is hovering around the middle of that channel. Right now, a reclaim of $2 and a break above the upper channel boundary would be the first credible signal the trend is shifting. Until then, every bounce is a potential lower high until proven otherwise. And I'd like to just show you this image on the screen. I'm also going to show you the chart as well. Now, some of you would like to take a deeper look at the chart. Here it is on the screen. I've put this in our newsletter, our award-winning newsletter. #2 in the world on Substack. #2 bestseller. I predict soon to become #1. If you want our newsletter, the most cost-effective newsletter there is the link, 25% off. Take away 25% off. Add Martyn. It's in the link, in the chat for you, and you can get a free trial. Go and check out the show notes of what I'm reading for you now, and you can see the chart in more detail. Let's carry on with our story. They've got lots to do. Sensei is waiting to go live. This is important, folks. This is how you make money. Every pump inside this channel has faded. That reality hasn't changed, and it's the single most important thing to keep in mind right now. Can you see this here? Can you see this here? 196 trades, 191 wins. I've only lost 5 times, and I did that to show you what not to do. It's important. I never lose. I do not lose. Join me live, call into the show, be on the show, phone in, ask me a question, challenge me, and I will answer any question you like. Do not be married to crypto. Do not be married to any asset. I have shared already on Discord and Electrum what I'm buying on the open tonight. On the futures, I already have told everybody what I'm buying and how much I'll be trading throughout the night, and I will not lose. I always win. I have the sources direct. Bank of America, Wall Street, managers, White House press room contact, you name it, I speak to them. Why? Because I spent my life, 41 years, as the piano man, making friends. A couple of nights ago, one of my dear friends, Neil Sedaka, passed away, and we had a very personal tribute. I spent my life making friends, and I share it with you. So can we get a squeeze toward $1.80? Can we? Or even 2? Absolutely. The structure allows for it. But confusing a bounce for a bull market reversal is how people get hurt in downtrends. Our Lucasades, our Discordians, are you winning or losing? If you are a Lucasade or a Discordian in the chat and you follow all my trades, share with the world, fact check me. Are you winning or are you losing with my trades? Please share that in the chat right now. Let the chart confirm a shift before assuming one. Now, Sensei relies on charts. I don't. I talk directly with the company. That's what I do. I always buy value. So below $1 is still a realistic scenario within this channel. A break of $1 puts 75 cents in focus, which lines up with the lower channel boundary and late 2024 price structure. That's not a prediction. It's a preparation. So what we're going to do now is we have some more news. We have Sensei going live in a few moments' time. I've got a bit more to share with you. This is what we call the ripple effect. Please tap the like button if you like this. There's 534 people watching. You are watching the most honest YouTube channel in the world. The only channel that shares with you everything. This is my real position, my real money. I started with $5,000. This is my position. That's my overall with my Roth IRA. $292,000. I've been buying the dip alongside Warren Buffett, buying it on the way down. I was over $312,000, but I've been buying Nvidia and Google. These are my plays. These are the most stocks that are likely to make money. I've also got a mere 100 grand in XRP and Ethereum, but the biggest part of my money, remember, I've got margin as well, so I've got about 500 grand, $500,000 invested with Google, nearly all of it, and Nvidia. These are things that are most likely to go up, and these are the things that are most likely, most least affected by oil, and that's why I'm in them. And I did it before this happened. If you remember, if you watch the show live, I did it before this happened. Okay, we're now going over to the next part of the story, and in a few moments' time, I'm going to send you to Sensei. He'll be live shortly. XRP crashes 17%. The worst February on record. Let me break this down to you. On Saturday, the February the 28th, 2026, XRP plunged sharply after President Trump confirmed the U.S. military had begun coordinated strikes against Iran alongside Israel. With traditional markets closed for the weekend, weekend, crypto absorbed the full force of global risk-off sentiment. XRP fell approximately 9.4% on February 28th alone, dropping from 1.42 to 1.29 and breaking below the 136 support on surging volume. Measured from this week's high to the deepest trough, losses exceeded 17% through crypto market capitalization shed approximately 128 billion, with over 515 million in liquidations across more than 153,000 traders. I didn't lose money. I didn't get liquidated. Not at all. I made money, and all my Discordians did. If you want Discord, there's the link. I'll onboard you at the end of this. Sensei will be live in a few moments. There is YouTube Electrum membership if you'd like that as well. So, many got liquidated, I didn't. The crash capped XRP's worst February on record. On record, a 30% plus monthly decline and marked 5 consecutive red monthly candles. A bearish streak not seen since 2006 to 2017. XRP now sits roughly 62% below its July 2025. I know, I sold it at the top. All-time high of 365. Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz further escalated global risk fears, with crude oil futures jumping 6%. By March the 1st, XRP had partially recovered to approximately 138. The Iran strike was approximate cause, but XRP was already weakened. The token had declined from $2.40 in early January to $1.42 pre-crash, a roughly 40% slide driven by broader crypto weakness, tariff concerns and macro uncertainty. What stands out structurally, despite the carnage, XRP spot ETFs continue to attract net inflows. Cumulative net inflows have reached approximately 1.24 billion since their November 2025 launch, with 7 US spot ETFs now trading with combined AUM. Now, we've explained to you how these ETFs are all corrupt. We've shared it with you in the Jane Street video. Go on the homepage of the channel, find the video, watch it. It's the most comprehensive video you'll ever see on Bitcoin and XRP. We brought it to you after months of research, and some of the big channels stole our information. Meet Kevin, Graham Stepan, Andre Czech. We spent months bringing it to you, and we provided much more detail than they did. Go and check it out. You've no idea what you don't know until you see it, and then you can't unsee it. On-chain indicators suggest the market may be approaching a potential inflection point. The NUPL, net unrealized profit loss indicator, shows XRP in capitulation territory, and historically these phases have lasted approximately 1 month before reversing. Binance funding rates hit negative 0.028%, a 10-month low last seen in April of 2025, which preceded the rally from $1.60 to the fell to the $3.65 all-time high. Seasonality data shows March has delivered an average 18% return for XRP over the past 12 years. None of that guarantees a reversal. None of it guarantees a reversal, especially with an active military conflict reshaping risk appetite globally. But the setup is forming. The Clarity Act, what does this mean? Stalls on stablecoin yield as March deadline passes without a deal. Let me share with you an image I put together. I'd like to thank Sensei for preparing a wonderful image. Let me share this with you as I bring you the story. As you can see here, we need yield, a big fight here with Coinbase, Brian Armstrong. You may remember his appalling performance at Davos when he basically stood on the stage and tried to say it's all about Bitcoin. What a bloody salesman he is. Anyway, there we go. The most consequential piece of crypto market structure legislation in the United States has hit a critical impasse. It has. The bill passed the House with a commanding 294-134 vote on July 17th, 2025, attracting 76 Democratic crossover votes. But its progress through the Senate has stalled over a single contentious issue, where the crypto platforms can offer yield on stablecoin holdings. March the 1st, 2026, was set as a pressure deadline for resolving the dispute. That deadline has now passed without a deal. This is important. Do not understate the fact we did not get a deal. We can, and more likely, will drop to $1 on XRP. I'm about to wrap up this live stream now and send you all to Sensei. If you'd like my Discord, there is my Discord. There is my newsletter. We're now going to send you over to Discord, to Sensei. If you'd like to get my newsletter, the newsletter or Discord, I will onboard you tonight. So live now. Live now, there is Sensei. Let me pin this to the top. Let me pin this to the top. Why wouldn't it not let me pin it? Replace the pinned message. Let me end the poll. Let me end the poll. Let me make certain. I've not been able to answer Q&A tonight because we are going live to Sensei. Let me make certain I've got you set to go directly to Sensei. You don't need to do anything. It'll automatically take you there. Let me make sure it has. Yes, it has. Fantastic. Sensei is live now. He's just got a couple of minutes to go, so you're not going to miss anything. This is Sensei. He's just doing his build-up. There you go. Join Sensei to continue this story tonight. Much more from him. I will be trading on Discord. And remember, and Electrum. Now remember, folks, tonight, it's our 2-year anniversary of the Extra channel. Go and say hello. 24/7, 7 days a week, we restream the day's events. There it is. Go and say hello. You might like to be to recognize the day and say hello on our literally our anniversary of being, whoops-a-daisy, I gave you the wrong one. I gave you the wrong one. It's this one here. This is our anniversary. There we go. Me and Sensei are having a conversation right there. This is the Extra channel. It's 2 years old today. It's live 24/7. It's never off air unless I need to reboot, which is very rare. Go and check it out. All right? Restreaming all the shows. That's it from me. Sensei's going live right now. Thank you ever so much. See you live on Discord and Electrum throughout the evening trading. I'm going to be very busy trading $500,000. That's it from me. Stay where you are. Click on the link for Sensei. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Good luck and be safe. Bye-bye for now.